Abdullah, Amal, and Abdul Rahman were best friends. They had known each other since they were toddlers, growing up in the same neighborhood. Their bond was unbreakable, and they did everything together. From playing in the park to doing homework, they were inseparable. They went to Greenfield Elementary School together. Every morning they would meet at the corner of their street and walk to school, chatting about their favorite cartoons and the latest games they played. Greenfield Elementary was not just a school for them, it was a place where their friendship blossomed even more. Today was a very exciting day. The air was filled with anticipation and joy. The school had announced a special trip, and the children could hardly contain their excitement. It wasn't just any trip, it was a visit to the zoo, a place filled with wonders and adventures. It was their school trip to the zoo. The children had been talking about it for weeks, planning what they would see and do. They packed their backpacks with snacks, water bottles, and their favorite toys, ready for a day of fun and learning. All three mounted board, and the children eagerly waited for their turn to board the bus. The excitement was palpable, and the chatter was filled with dreams of being together. They held hands tightly, promising each other that they would experience every moment of the trip together. Their friendship was their strength, and they knew that together, they could make the day even more special. They do.
I hope we see a lion, Abdullah exclaimed, his eyes sparkling with excitement. He had always been fascinated by lions, the kings of the jungle. He imagined hearing their powerful roars and seeing their majestic manes up close.
Me too. I want to hear it roar, Amal added, mimicking a lion's roar playfully. The thought of hearing a real lion roar sent shivers of excitement down her spine. She had seen lions on TV, but experiencing their roar in person was something she had always dreamed of.
I want to see the monkeys. Abdul Rahman chimed in, pointing at the zoo map. Monkeys were his favorite animals because of their playful nature. He loved watching them swing from tree to tree and mimic human actions. He couldn't wait to see them in action.
Soon, they were all settled on the bus. The teachers did a final head count, and the bus driver started the engine. The children waved goodbye to their school, their faces beaming with joy and anticipation. The journey to the zoo had begun, and the adventure was just around the corner. The engine started with a rumble. The sound of the engine filled the air, and the bus slowly began to move. The children cheered, their excitement reaching new heights. The bus ride was the first step of their adventure, and they were ready for every moment of it. They were on their way to the zoo. The road ahead was filled with possibilities, and the children couldn't wait to explore every one of them. The zoo was a place of wonder, and they were ready to discover its secrets. The journey had just begun, and the best was yet to come. The bus pulled up to the zoo entrance. The children on board were buzzing with excitement. It was a beautiful sunny day, perfect for an adventure at the zoo. As the bus came to a stop, the kids could hardly contain their enthusiasm. They had been looking forward to this trip for weeks, and now it was finally here. Abdullah, Amal, and Abdul Rahman pressed against the windows, their faces filled with wonder. They pointed out different things they could see from the bus. "Look at that huge tree!" exclaimed Abdullah. "I see a peacock!" shouted Amal. Abdul Rahman was busy trying to spot the entrance gate. They could see a big sign that said, "Welcome to the City Zoo." The sign was decorated with colorful pictures of animals, and it made the children even more excited. They knew they were about to see some amazing creatures up.
My name is Mr. Ben, and I'll be your guide today. I'm so glad you're here. We have a lot of exciting things to see and do. Are you ready to explore the zoo and learn about all the amazing animals we have?
There were so many different paths. Each path led to a different part of the zoo, and each part was home to different animals. Mr. Ben showed them a map of the zoo, pointing out the different areas they would explore. They could hear animal sounds coming from every direction. The roars of lions, the trumpeting of elephants, and the chattering of monkeys filled the air. The children tried to guess which animals were making each sound, adding to their excitement.
It smells funny here, one of the children remarked, wrinkling their nose. The others giggled, agreeing that the zoo had a very unique smell.
Their first stop was the monkey enclosure. The children were buzzing with excitement as they approached the area, eager to see the playful primates up close. The enclosure was bustling with activity, and the air was filled with the sounds of chattering monkeys and delighted visitors. The monkeys were swinging from ropes and chasing each other. Their agility and energy were mesmerizing, and the children watched in awe as the monkeys performed their acrobatic feats. It was like watching a live circus show, with the monkeys as the star performers. Some were grooming each other's fur. This behavior fascinated the children, who learned that grooming is a way for monkeys to bond and build social connections. It was a touching sight, showing the gentle and caring side of these lively creatures.
Look, that monkey is eating a banana. The children giggled as they watched the monkey peel the banana with surprising dexterity. It was a simple yet captivating moment, highlighting the similarities between humans and monkeys.
Suddenly, one mischievous monkey swung down from a tree. Its movements were swift and graceful, capturing everyone's attention. The monkey seemed to have a plan, and the children watched with bated breath to see what it would do next. It snatched Abdul Rahman's cap right off his head. Abdul Rahman gasped. The other children laughed. The monkey's quick action left everyone in shock, but the laughter soon followed as they realized the monkey's playful intent. The monkey sat on a branch looking very pleased with itself. It held the cap like a trophy, its eyes twinkling with mischief. The children couldn't help but be amused by the monkey's antics. It started to put the cap on its own head. The sight of the monkey trying to wear the cap was both hilarious and endearing. The children cheered and clapped, thoroughly entertained by the monkey's attempt to mimic human behavior.
Chuckles. Here, little one, let's give that cap back. The kind visitor gently took the cap from the monkey and handed it back to Abdul Rahman, who was still in a state of surprise. The visitor's laughter was infectious, and soon everyone was laughing along.
Mr. Ben gently coaxed the monkey into returning the cap. He spoke softly and calmly, showing respect and understanding towards the animal. The monkey, sensing Mr. Ben's kindness, willingly gave up the cap. Abdul Rahman was relieved to have his cap back. He smiled widely, grateful for the help he received. The experience had been an unexpected adventure, one that he would remember for a long time. From then on, he held onto it tightly. The incident taught him a valuable lesson about being mindful of his belongings, especially around curious and playful monkeys. The children continued their zoo visit with newfound excitement, eager to see what other surprises awaited them.
The lion is the king of the jungle. That roar is its way of telling everyone who's boss. Suddenly, the lion stood up and let out a mighty roar. It echoed through the zoo. Some of the children even jumped back in surprise. Wow, it's huge. Next, they visited the lion's den. The lion was a majestic sight with its golden mane. It was lounging on a rock, basking in the sun.
At the elephant enclosure, a playful baby elephant stole the show. It was splashing in a pool of water, using its trunk like a snorkel.
It's so cute!
The baby elephant trumpeted and sprayed water with its trunk. The children shrieked with laughter as they got splashed.
Elephants are very intelligent animals, and they love to play.
The parrot enclosure was a riot of colors. Red, blue, green, and yellow parrots squawked and sang. Some even mimicked Mr. Ben's voice, which made everyone laugh.
"Hello there," squawked a bright green parrot. "Pretty bird."
They're so beautiful, said Abdullah, mesmerized by the vibrant colors.
Parrots are very social birds, explained Mr. Ben. They love to talk and sing to each other.
After seeing so many animals, it was time for lunch. Everyone gathered under a big, shady tree. Abdullah, Amal, and Abdul Rahman spread out their picnic blankets. They shared sandwiches, juice boxes, and fruit salad. As they ate, they talked excitedly about their favorite animals.
I love the monkey, said Abdul Rahman, remembering the cap incident with a smile.
The lion was the most impressive, Abdullah declared. That roar was so cool.
Amal couldn't decide. I loved them all, she chirped.
After lunch, they visited the petting zoo. There were goats, sheep, and even a llama. Amal was petting a fluffy sheep when suddenly, a goat nibbled on her shirt.
Hey, she giggled, pulling her shirt away.
The goat just bleated and looked at her with innocent eyes. Soon, it was time to go. The children boarded the bus, tired but happy. They waved goodbye to Mr. Ben and all the amazing animals.
That was the best day ever, said Abdullah as the bus pulled away from the zoo.
I can't wait to tell my parents all about it, said Amal.
Abdul Rahman nodded in agreement. He was already looking forward to his next zoo adventure.